This is the introduction video for Module 12. In Module 12, we're talking about women's sexuality. And to set the context, we need to be thinking about how currently and historically, women are both hypersexualized and their sexuality is suppressed and ignored by society, and that's through pornography, through advertising, the media, and essentially men and men's sexual needs are we hear about it a lot, and often we hear about how men are driven by their hormones. He did it because, or he couldn't help doing it because his hormones are testosterone. So men's hormones often become an excuse for poor behavior, while women and women's sexual needs and women as sexual beings are often not talked about unless they're receptacles almost as to sexual acts by men, which creates a pretty nasty dynamic, I think. And so the chapter on pornography, I think, is a really nice, enlightening one to talk about how we need to be not putting out images, or at least think about the impact of putting out images of women, only being present in sexual encounters in ways that are, meeting men's needs, but not women. So, women in pornography who don't look like they're enjoying themselves, it's problematic. And so to kind of expand upon that, thinking about some new research that has been coming up, really the Cliteracy 101 article, that it's only been in the more recent history, in the past several years, really, that we've started to learn more about women's sexual organs and the clitoris, and which is astounding, I think. And so I want you to read about that, and then we're going to kind of round it off and talking about, again, like the suppression of women and women's sexuality, and hear about female genital mutilation, a story of a woman who's here in the United States, and yeah, so I hope that we can kind of keep in mind how these dynamics play out, and how we need to be more even-handed in considering women and women's needs, and that kind of, and we all have different ideas about the morality of sex and sexual behaviors, but that there shouldn't be a double standard for men and women.